We're here.
Hello. That was a great video. I'm really hoping that I'm not that large when it comes time to come out of quarantine.
I know, but I'm like, ooh, these jeans are getting a little tight. Look what I have. Look what I have. Do I sound better? I was talking to our guest earlier, and she said she could hear everything out of my mouth.
Hear your mouth sounds.
My mouth sound. I was going to chew gum, but I thought that might be inappropriate. What's up? How was your weekend?
It was great. I'm realizing right now my Sonos is a little bit louder than I would want it. Okay, now I'm good. My weekend was great. Yeah. I'm going to tell you, we ventured out to the sidewalk.
Ooh, you're so brave. You must wear glasses.
And we had many neighbors. I mean, we kept social distanced. We were distanced, but it was really nice to see people's faces besides either via video or the two people that I currently see their faces every day, which are beautiful faces, but it's getting a little monotonous. So, so we did that. That was cool. And then we had a rainy Saturday morning, which was kind of nice. Yeah, we were just bums, and
we were bums. I was bums too, but I made good dinner. I made great dinner last night. I'm in that survival mode right now where I have to find stuff in my freezer that I haven't even thought about, and I scored an entire rack of ribs that I had no idea were in there.
Ooh. So those were good. I'm sure you made them fabulous.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning and I'm like, man, I want to make breakfast because I like to make breakfast on Sunday. So I found some potatoes. I did like this hash brown thing with bacon and onions and peppers, and it was so crispy and a nice over easy egg, and it was good. But then while I'm doing that, I threw those ribs in there. So they've been cooking since 8:30, and we didn't eat till 7. So they were just falling off the bone.
Very nice, David. Merle fried the fish in the pan, but we've got this we do the tilapia, and I make coleslaw, and we do a mango salsa with some like avocado on top, and those are my new fish tacos, and they are darn good.
I want to like fish. I've had this conversation. I love the idea.
I know. It's amazing you don't like
my mom's fault. Mom, if you're listening, it's your fault. We grew up in a trailer, and my mom would make, not that has any bearing on whether or not I like bluefish or not, but my dad would go fishing, deep sea fishing of sorts, and would bring home these bluefish. And if you've ever smelled bluefish before, it is the oiliest, smelliest fish. And I'm having a sense memory right now. That's how bad it is. And it's just gross. And my mom, she would, those salmon cakes made from the canned salmon. Did your mom ever make those?
Yes, they're good, David.
No, they stink up the house. It's like somebody coming into the office and heating up fish. You just don't do it. So I can't. So I can appreciate the look and feel of fish tacos, and I wished I liked them, but I don't.
You don't. Well, they're really good.
So. You know who I do like? I like our next guest, for today.
I adore our next guest.
Can I bring her in?
Yeah, she is not only one of our best agents, she is our comedic relief. And I have missed her so on the daily. So,
Vicky, how are you guys?
You too. Also known as, when I call her Slick Vic. Vicky, how are you doing? We got to spend a little time in the studio before we had to start the show.
Yeah, I like your new microphone, David.
Do you like it?
It's nice. And Dana, you need one now.
Don't tell her that. She's got to get the camera.
Do I not sound as good as him?
It's not about sound. It's about the way you look.
It's about the appearance of sound.
Yes.
I don't need a microphone to look professional.
True. And like everything else, this arrived right before our broadcast. So there's something on the front porch. I'm like, huh? Oh! Let's see if I can get that set up without screwing it up. All right. Well, so today we have Vicky from where are you from, Vicky? I don't even know. I know you're from
Michigan.
Michigan. Yes, on the boot, and she has a son and a daughter, correct?
Correct.
I don't know much about your daughter. I know a lot about your son, but you can tell us about
She's
it.
actually works in commercial real estate
Oh, where?
in California.
She's with your son in California?
For CB Richard Ellis.
Oh, nice. I know that.
Awesome. Well, Vicky has been our agent of the week, and we have learned quite a bit. And if you guys haven't seen her information, go to our Facebook page, because she has been featured on daily. One of my personal favorites was the picture of Kramer that she found over a toilet while she was showing property. And, many of us might have seen that and said, wow, that's unusual. Vicky, of course, took a picture of it to keep memory for all time.
Which Facebook is it on?
Come on, David.
The page.
The group page or the public page?
The public page.
Oh, okay. If you say so. Please continue.
But Vicky, you have had a phenomenal first quarter.
Yes.
And she is right at our threshold to where she goes into our bonus commission split for the rest of the year. So I could not be more happy, more thankful to you. So tell us a little bit about how this COVID thing has affected your business.
Well, I was queued up for my best year ever. COVID has slowed me down, but it hasn't stopped me. I showed a house yesterday. I showed 2 houses last week. It just changes the way you do business. You wear gloves, you wear a mask, you have to have people sign things, but basically people are still buying and selling, and I'm still trying to help.
Well, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Find something. Keep going.
Okay. So are you finding that that this is kind of like you're able to cut through just the looky-loos and get really down to business with people who are ready to do business right now?
Well, that's the way it has to be, though. I tell people, I'd be happy to show you houses, but you have to be in a position ready, willing, and able to make offers. So, I'm not wasting anybody's time. But they know that they have to be ready to make a deal. So that's
exactly. And I do appreciate that, because yes, we did come to you guys with that charge to say, we are not going to show property in person to anyone who's not ready to buy right now. We will be very, very happy to, go, talk on the phone, video together, go over all aspects of buying and selling. But just the way we currently are, David, it's not all about you.
I did it totally backwards. I was trying to get rid of myself like this.
It's so much fun when I get to give him hell.
I don't know what I'm doing. I can barely get the opening done.
Okay, dude, you're moving me. Like, I think I'm getting seasick here. So, but it's a different way of doing business, and depending upon how long this lasts, how if we start seeing this on a recurring basis, I feel like it's definitely been a big pivot from how we usually do business, but I think that we're still able to engage. And tell me, you told me about writing an offer, I think last week.
I actually met with a couple. They're investors, so while they are affected somewhat, they're retired. They want to buy a rental home in Oviedo. So I showed them 2 houses last week, 2 houses the week before. And when we got done last week, he said, we want to make an offer on the house from last week. So they're basically just going to keep writing offers until we get under contract. So, that's the kind of buyer you want to deal with, because they are able and willing and ready to buy.
And I was telling you this earlier, that sometimes, you have to realize that some of these folks are going to take their sweet time to do whatever they want to do. I've had clients before that it took them over 12 years to buy a house. So, as long as they're qualified and they're not, you choose whether or not to let them waste your time or not. But
exactly,
I don't give up on people like that. As long as they're getting to the appointments on time and they're actually showing some sincerity, then I show them a house. So
for sure.
Well, and I think that as we start to come out of this, we're going to see more clients like your investor that are realizing that, when this is done with, I think we're going to have quite a few people coming out of the apartments going, I can't be sequestered and I want more of be able to have a yard and have a little bit of space and that type of thing. So while, it can be, everyone's been hit tight with their, mortgage payments and their rental payments and that type of thing. Hopefully, businesses and people are going to start seeing some real relief with the unemployment and stuff like that. And, we all have to have a place to live.
So Vicky, some of the topics we've been talking about in the past shows have been what we should be doing while we're in this downtime. Have you given any thought to things that you've tried to, is there anything that you've picked up that you thought was lacking in your repertoire that's made you maybe go back and revisit to try out a little bit more?
Not specifically, but Dana and Hi.
Not the answer I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for a real answer. So I'll just keep ask me one.
This is not the time to try to sell. I've just been reaching out to people. How you doing? If I can help in any way, let me know. I'm here. I read something on Facebook where we're all in the same boat, and we're not. Some people are on a luxury yacht and they have extra time to drink more champagne. Some people are, floating on the door that Rose knocked Jack off of. And, and some people are,
say it like that.
Well, you know what I mean? We're not all in the same boat, but we're all in the same, going through the same storm. And, they say with every storm, this too shall pass. So I'm trying to do what I can within my means to let people know that I'm here if they need me.
Well, we have some comments from Michelle. Michelle wanted to say congrats to you, Vicky, on the big screen.
Oh, thanks, Michelle.
And Lori Walker is here with us. We have Ala and Bruce and Lanisi. And who is Rahan? Oh, Rahan Ali. Okay. Anyway, so, well, we right before you came on here, we were working on a new little commercial for you. I can't wait. There's some great software out there. The opening for our show and other things. And Dana, I found another one yesterday. By the way, we'll talk about it once we get rid of. Once we're done.
I'm sure we will.
We will. Well, Vicky, it has been a pleasure talking to you today, as always. The lovely and talented Vicky. I say your last. It's Koehlke, right?
It's Koehlke.
Koehlke. It took me almost a year to say your last name.
I know. Listen, I was married for 25 years, and there are still people in that family who cannot spell my name, in my own family. So whatever.
Well, we have a couple people like that in our office. There's Vicky. There's Vicky K and Maria K. And we love you all. We love you all, and we just can't spell your name. So
that's okay. Anyway, thanks for having me.
Yes, go ride your bike to do something productive.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you for. Are we going to see her commercial that you did?
I could probably. It's in the rough phase right now, but I could probably show you. This is the new software. We've been doing all these openings and all that, and I've been trying to have a little fun with those. So part of that is just seeing what's out there. Let me see. I got to pull up a draft here. So if you'll go ahead and talk about what I've been doing.
Talk. Okay. So just a little real estate update. I wanted you guys to know albeit most, our agents are all independent contractors and they need to be applying for the PPP loan themselves, which we did. David posted just this past weekend a great link with a company that is doing that's really focused on doing the PPP loan with independent contractors, as opposed to doing it with your bank that's probably more geared toward a small business. The reason I bring this up is that we got our money. c21.
Right overnight. Hallelujah.
Yes, in order to keep Penny and Brent and myself and Greg employed, we got our payroll protection program money, which is fabulous. And can't thank Greg and Scott enough for we basically applied for it, I think,
Last week?
2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? I think it was 2 weeks ago. And then we finally heard back just this past week. So it took a little over a week to hear back. And we're with Fifth Third Bank. But very, very pleased with that. And it did work out. And so I'm just saying to my agents, I talked with Christy a long time this morning. You guys, I know you've been hearing that the money's out, but I was actually on a call this morning with a U.S. senator, and she was saying, they're almost ready to do this next vote, and they're putting in over, I think, they're putting in more than they even put in last time. I think that, this has obviously all been extremely fast. And I just saw the other day that Shake Shack gave back their $10 million because, it's supposed to be going to small businesses. It's supposed to be going to people just like our agents who are independent contractors whose businesses have gone down tremendously. And it's really supposed to help support you for, these next 2.5 months. So the money will be there, even if it's not there right now. So I don't want any of our agents to think, oh, it's not there. I really want you guys to go and apply for that PPP. But I think possibly going through a lender, like I think it was Credible, that was the one that was in that in the post you put, David. Anyways, it was a post that came from corporate that's, they're realizing that independent contractors filing for this PPP is a little different than the brokerage itself filing for the PPP.
Well, I will tell you one thing. This may be hearsay, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about, this. And we do have a question from one of our other viewers, my friend Alan Arellano. The PPP, and if you're with Bank of America, did you hear this, Dana? Have you heard any of this about Bank of America?
I've heard that I talked with Greg last week, and I had heard that he was having a really hard time hearing back from them on another business that he does bookkeeping for.
But this is what came down. Senator Rick Scott and Rubio both had to interject with Bank of America, from what I understand, because they were only, if you had a credit card with them, then they would, or you could get money, but they weren't doing it if you didn't have a credit card with them. In fact, our friends Rick and Mike, who own Rangers Outpost out in Winter Park, very large scale animal kennel, basically, and overnight, great spot. But they had been banking with Bank of America for so many years, and yet they still couldn't get the PPP unless they had a credit card.
Wow.
Do you have any insight on Alan's question down there?
Alan's asking, can I share more details on how it worked with you getting the PPP funds after you were contacted for the first time? I've got to tell you, in terms of like the personal interactions, that was Scott and Greg. Yeah. But the way I believe it is that we had a contact person at our bank who reached out, said that they had definitely earmarked the funds for us, but that we needed some clarification in some of the paperwork, and in I think that we had done an incorrect calculation of one number. So Scott and Greg worked on modifying those numbers, uploading some more paperwork, signing some more documents. All of that was done remotely. And she was, she being the woman at Fifth Third, was back and forth with them. And like I said, I think that she had first contact last Tuesday. You know, things were happening every day, and then the money hit our account this morning.
Alan, I would also say that if you have a relationship with your bank,
yes,
try and contact that person directly. That's huge. Trying to do it just through the online site, which may be convenient, if it doesn't get you the results, then it's not worth it at all. So yeah, definitely. I think it helped. I would say, I know it helped that we had a good relationship with our bank.
Yeah. Because I know Greg did it online, but he also messaged our personal banker right after he did it, so he could kind of look at it and make sure it got in the queue and everything like that. What my advice would be, you guys, is squeaky wheel gets the grease. I mean, Greg was on them every single day, and you know, I know it's a pain in the rear end to have to harp on people, and you hate to, you know, be that person, and we all understand it's crazy right now, but you know, these are your employees. We've got to do it. You know, this is your livelihood. And so cannot thank Greg enough, because he's our financial guy. And I mean, he was on him every single day, and very, very pleased with Fifth Third and how they came through for us.
I was very happy with them as well. All right. Well, thank you, Alan, for the question. I didn't even know you were watching. That's awesome.
I'm glad you watched.
We spoke earlier about Vicky and one of the products that we downloaded. This is called Promo, and I'm going to have to rewind this a little bit here, and it's going to start over. So just kind of listen here. But I just threw this together for her in a matter of a few minutes, and we're still going to work on it. But here it goes. And it didn't save all my changes. Oh my God.
Oh, David. I like that. That's cute.
This isn't that's not I didn't save it. That's the problem. Oh man, sorry, Vicky. Vicky, it was looking, hold on. Vicky, it was looking really good before, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It's okay.
Oh, I'm so disappointed right now.
Okay, Vicky, anyway. The silver lining here is that this will now drive David absolutely crazy, and he is going to, after this broadcast, he will go and make you a fabulous video. I just know, and then he will.
It was fabulous.
You
know what? It's still here. Here it is, right here. Hold on. But while I have you here, so you saw the original video. I'm going to take over the screen here for a second. The original video looked like this, and the one we just saw. But what I did, let me get rid of this banner here so you can see everything. What we did was we went in and changed this first video here. Can y'all see my cursor at all? I don't think you can see it on the screen, can you? Oh, it doesn't show over there. Yeah. I changed all the videos below, and I changed the quotes. And then this is the final version of after we made all those changes. Hold on. This is what I was doing before, and it didn't save. So now that I've saved it, should be a little bit, well, you better, if it gets stuck on 99, you'll know it's that we've had an issue here. But this is addictive.
Almost.
Right there.
Oh, nice. Vicky is the missing piece.
And that's how easy that is to do. So we're going to stop sharing that because so you can kind of see that it's you just jump on in there and create your own video. Bye, Vicky. Love you, mean it. Anyway.
Is this promo, like, is this software that we're thinking about getting that we can?
We already own it. As a company, we own it.
Oh, well then agents, all of our agents, y'all.
And on my spare time, I tell you what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to teach a few of you how to use it. But here's the thing. A lot of those videos are not free. So like the one in our video, Dana, everything is free. But the one before that I did, not everything was free. And you have a limited amount of those free premium things that they give you to use. You have like 30 of them. So if I gave this to everyone, I know inevitably someone, oh, look at all these great videos, and then they burn out them all, and then we can't do anything. There's also one for special.
I think that we can hands down offer to any of our agents who, let me see.
Well, that one with Vicky, for example, I don't mind doing it, but I just have to show you how to go get the free videos instead of the paid for ones, because there are very specific ones. I mean, I can do this all day long. We'll do it on another show because we're coming up on time.
I know, because you love to. Yeah,
we're having fun. But no,
I want us to offer out. David will make you a little video if you get a listing agreement or a contract anytime in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my God. So much pressure.
David, just think about it. Yes, let's just hope that it's a lot of work. That would be fabulous.
Yes, it would be. And Scott's already been playing with it. Scott, I don't know. He every time I get new software, he's got to try it too. Well, I think this is the time to kind of make a little announcement, because I want to make sure we have a big audience. You think it's a time to tell them who's coming up on our show next week?
Yes, we're really excited. Well, did you get the date hammered down? Because
I think it's going to be next Tuesday. Pretty sure it's going to be next Tuesday, but I'll confirm it. But we have been lucky enough to work for a company that truly does like to interact with its agents and its brokers. I met this person several times. Dana, you've not met him yet, but you will be.
No,
we got to come up with some really good questions.
I've seen him a lot on our Zoom and our team Microsoft Teams meetings. Yeah. So
I'll just cut to the chase. It's Mike Meadler, the CEO and president of c21, which is huge. I met Mike a couple times. I met him in La Quinta during the Leadership Council, and I met him in Los Angeles recently at the 121 event. Super duper guy, very approachable. In fact, I think we could probably talk to some of the other people, like Kara Whiteley, the marketing director. That's the next one I'm going for, because I just guilt them into doing it. I send them a picture of the two of us together so they know that we know each other, kind of, and to make them seem like we're closer than we are. No, it's not like that.
Yeah, are you going to show that picture of you and Scott and Mike?
Oh, yeah. That was a great one. That's I was trying so hard to get that the what you call it the what is the word I'm looking for?
Come on.
I started emailing to CEO at c21, and then I realized that wasn't the right address. And I asked Jody, and then I got that wrong. But here's the picture. Let me see if I can share this real quick.
It's a very cute picture.
Without sharing too much here. I don't want to do it. I don't want to pull something wrong here. Let's see. Let's do a screen share, and I'll show you the picture application window. Oh, here it is.
This was when they were out in look at those cool dudes.
Yeah.
This is when you were out in San Diego just this past February, right?
Yeah. So we're doing the C21, and I've got my dude picture, and I've got my fancy shirt on. But that was right outside the Staples Center. So anyway.
Yes, I remember you texting me that.
Yeah, and I've got pictures of other people up there as well. So we have some great people coming up down the pike. And while we're on this topic, we want to encourage you to interact with your vendors, your friends, your people that you think might be kind of cool to come on here. Like my friend Alan, he'd be a great person to talk to, find out what he's doing. He's in the entertainment business, and there's just so much going on with that. Your local restaurateurs, if they want to come on next week, we have who do we have coming up? Don Gervais.
We have Don Gervais coming up, who's a local attorney who's going to be talking about wills and trusts. And we've got our Thursday open house. And again, I'm hoping that we get a lot of our agents who want to show their listings. I'm just seeing on the chat over here, Lenise got a new listing. Woo! So we'll have back with her new listing. And we're going to start opening up our Thursday open houses to other agents in the area. We'd love to just get a big following from some, multiple sources, and really get these houses, people seeing these houses and being able to, do this virtual open house thing. So we've got that coming up Thursday, and we had Vicky today, and I can't remember, David, look at that note. We have that note going, and wait, let me see if I can find it.
Oh, Ken Granger's tomorrow. Ken Granger from Brandco. If you're thinking of getting a custom website, email signature, business cards, anything like that, that's what his company does, and they're great. I've got Jeff Sandin on Friday. Oh no, yeah, Friday, because we have the open house on Thursday. And then I think we've got Mike on Tuesday. We've got Monday's open, and next May 1st is open as well. So I'd love to get some more people in here. I envision this. This is a great way for us to reach out locally, and we have a.
I love it.
Yeah. So, well, Dana,
we'll talk about anything.
We're going to do this a little bit different today because I know Dana was very upset that I said goodbye to everybody, and we didn't.
I didn't get to dance.
We didn't get to dance. So Dana, we're going to try this one time, and I'll see you We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Please hold.
Ready.
Here it comes.